Ugh. I'm trying my best, and I really can't imagine Loren is hot. Other than in temperature, of course. Shambara rattles at Saren in disgust. Well then, something is wrong with you. I'm gonna have to take offense to that. I'm not in the mood. Yeah. You just stay there. Saren caught Misfit glaring intensely at Mirth and her brother across the camp. He's got ridiculously amazing abs. They haven't burst into flames yet. Maybe you're not staring hard enough. The dark elf snarled and looked away. They are my enemies. No, they're not. That assassin has spent years trying to kill me. He probably will spend a few more. He doesn't run the show around here. He can't do anything without Loren's approval. Your words mean nothing to me. Your Empire lords speak lies to elves as easily as they drink water. I'm not one of them. You are their kin. Some would say the same about the Dark Elves. You are kin to your ancestors. Should you still be judged by them? Only if my ancestors allowed me such a place in this world that yours have allowed you. Your anger is too much. No, it is too little. He growled again. The conversation was boiling his demon blood. Your anger will be your unmaking. Then I welcome it. The Dark Elf's eyes began to glow brightly, and his hands were tight fists. Then you care nothing for your people? I crave their liberation from the demons. From, not the elves, from the demons that are possessing you, controlling all of us. They're the ones bringing our world to the end. The elves have denied us because of your people's history with demons, am I right? The glow from Mesfit's eyes dimmed. I am one of them. No, you're a survivor. Fight the call inside you, and you fight them. And if you fight with us, and we'll destroy them all. It's easy for you to speak those words since you do not share their blood. You're right. It is easy for me. How can I make it easier for you? Kill me. Besides that, let me go. Besides that, then you cannot help me. That's where you're wrong. Saren's eyes bore into Misfit so intensely that the Dark Elf had to take a step back. Any trace of anger in him had vanished. He continued to stare back in bewilderment until Saren left on his own. Ooh, Misfit's infection increased. Misfit's mouth pressed into a thin line. It would take more time for Misfit's anger at the world to ebb away. Nice. Misfit looked away. Not to be picky, but should you be doing something like meditate? Maybe. Skip that for right now. General Samael is trying to get the better of me. Oh boy. Let's go to Everburn. Might as well. The group closed in on the Forbidden Mountains, but they didn't dare go any further. The demons were so rampant, however, that they didn't need to go that far. Here they come, be ready. They usually attack in 3 consecutive ways. We'll have time to reorganize between battles, so we should rest those injured and alternate the formations. If we are in bad position, I can teleport us back a short distance and make camp, but they will have time to collaborate and gain strength, making this much harder. You have collected 0 demon samples. You need more. Attack of the big demon group. 5 samples. Review your party before proceeding. Yeah, let's go back to this group again, because it's a very strong group. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ding! Washer Demon. My goodness. Alright. Fight demons with demons. Loren. Take that. Nice, a miss. can take out some of them. Alright, Chambara. I think the best bang for my buck is this. There we go. These guys have a lot of hit points. Let's give you a ward. Let's try that. We'll give her a ward too. And you can... Nice. It's good, because I need to defend. Good. Beautiful. Might as well give you a ward too. Chambara. We're whittling away. There we go. Give you some energy. Nice. Whoa. Palamesho. Nice. Sauser. Heals. It's alright. There we go. Heals. Those wards are actually doing pretty well. Nicely done. Alright, Loren. It's gonna do some damage. Yeah, you're toast.
This is almost fun.
Either I'm really good or they really weren't.
Piece of cake.
Look at me.
And take that.
I didn't notice.
Nice. You need 5 more. 1 more. The problem is we need Loren in this group. Let's bring Mirth back in so she can heal. Yeah, Sauser. Saren, heal up a lot. There we go.
That's your best.
Alright, Loren. Can I not? Oh, I don't have my... Yeah, I don't have my magics. Ooh, people are moving around. Slow everybody down. Let's do weak condition. Go, Sauser, go.
That's your best?
Go, Sauser's so fast. We're gonna need some healings. Mirth is really slow.
That's your best?
Yeah, let's chomp, chomp. There we are. One down, 3 more to go. Alright, Sauser. I need to give her some more energy. Take that one out. Ooh, Chambara's going down. Oh gosh. Heal everybody up here. Good. Slash him. Nice. Good. We're turning the tide. And Sauser can switch places. Ooh. Sauser needs to pick me up. Yes! Nice, finally, one more. Let's just heal everybody just in case. Don't want to take any chances. Honest will give you some energy. Nice. That's it. We have enough samples now. Samael cannot deny these beasts' strength or numbers with these. Great. Now can we please run away from here? Good. Go back to Horus. Or Lothark. Oh, fine. We'll fight them. We don't really have time for you, but we're gonna make some time anyway.
You're too easy. That's your best?
Slow them down. There we are. The claw. Boink. Beautiful. The group stumbled back into General Samael's camp, worse for the wear, but their expedition was worth the effort. They came bearing the heads of inferno hounds and an assorted variety of demons' eyes and trails. There could be no denying the strength of the animals they had to fight to acquire them. Apalameshu and Amukiki went into Samael's tent, while the rest of the party waited outside. Loren looked anxious for once in her life. Do you think the general will change his mind? I hope so. I do not know how to proceed if not. We may be forced to kill him. Slaying an impaired general was not something anyone wanted to do. Footsteps alerted them to Apalamesho and Amukiki's return. Their faces were as expressionless as always. Loren simply looked at them for what everyone wanted to hear. Finally, the old wizard nodded. He has recognized the power of the demon army and has submitted to withdrawing the war on the elves. Huzzah and such. Saren suddenly became conscious of his joy when Amukiki looked peculiarly at him. Fantastic. Yay! Yeah, we need more strength. What skill should we get? Phantom form. Defense and speed by 10%. I mean, Phantom form is pretty cool. Yeah, Phantom form too. Alright, Shambara. Now, we'll give her more of this. And yeah, let's continue giving her all of the elementals. She's got them all. Perfect. Okay. Let's see. We got one of each. Pinning shot. Paralyzed condition is really good. Character's defense value by 30%. Causing scared condition for 5 turns. Let's use pinning shot. And then our berserker guy. Willpower. Crushing blow. Rage. Berserk. Resistance against scared, paralyzed, and confused. Mighty blow. Let's do crushing blow, because I like hitting a whole bunch of people at once. And ray. Sure, why not? Fatality. Cold blood. Bleeding strike. Sure. And once again, this victory is credited to Grimoire's champion. I have a new suspicion that the general does not trust magicians very much. Amukiki bowed his head towards Loren. She nodded at him. Thank you for your service. Saren knew that saying that was very difficult for his mistress, and he hoped that Amukiki realized that. We should return to the Citadel and reorganize ourselves. This newly combined army will take much out of us all. They agreed and returned to the Amazon stronghold. They had seemingly achieved the impossible. They had ebbed the tide of 2 raging seas and stopped the war right in its tracks. This was the last step needed to bring both the elves and the humans together to form the treaty that would mend hundreds of years of tension between the 2 factions, while simultaneously forging the largest army the world had ever seen. There was wine and song to be had at the Amazon Citadel, and the party heartily enjoyed their well-deserved respite. But all of Aravorn seemed to be celebrating the coming peace. The war was coming to an end because both sides had realized that their petty differences were nothing in the light of the Everburn Mountain. Saren did his best to enjoy the celebration, because it would likely be their last for a long time. Saren opted to stand rigidly in the shadows of Loren, waiting her command. Unfortunately, so was Amukiki. Despite the celebration happening around them, neither could allow the other to act more protective of their mistress, so instead they each stood guard for nothing. A flock of elven slave girls swarmed them and urged them to smile and to dance, handing them goblets of wine. Saren took a cup and tried some, allowing himself a small pleasure. Amukiki, however, looked offended into his drink. Wine? Don't you have a drink more worthy of me? Saren wrinkled his nose from the rude comment. Wine was a noble drink, and the Amazons grew fine grapes that were worthy of anyone. They do, Well, water. The gladiator whipped to look at him, insulted. Saren felt confident in his quip and, just to top it off, started to chug his wine right in front of him. When done, he slammed it down in victory on a nearby pedestal and coolly walked away to join the dance hymn of the fire. The relationship between those two are really interesting. Saren took his goblet of wine and walked through the revelry, admiring the happy faces. However, there was one figure out of place, lingering in the shadows against a far wall. Why are you not enjoying the celebration? The dark elf was silent, but Saren could tell that he had heard him. You want something to drink? Of course you do. You want something to drink? Of course you do. I'll get you some. Here, you can have mine. Saren walked towards him with his goblet outreached. But as soon as he was close, Mesfit peeled off the wall and walked in the opposite direction. Of course, he couldn't help but be insulted from the cold silence, but he also knew that he would never understand the depth of what was going on inside of that dark elf. Saren was startled by a bout of braying laughter beside him. He turned to see Draco with an empty goblet and drooped eyelids, wobbling unsteadily. Hello! Hitting the wine a little hard, aren't we? How many cups are you up to? Saren attempted to pry the goblet from his hands. Instead, Draco stumbled forward, forcing Saren to catch him. None, but I did have quite a few of that grape juice. It is a very good wine. I'm noticing that all of these characters that you're interacting with in the party are people that I have shown some interest in romantically. You know, Amokiki and Mesfit and Draco. Draco hung loosely against Saren's chest and tried to wrap his arms around his neck. Saren successfully pulled him off and tried to get him to stand on his own. Juice, right, you should never be allowed to drink. But I like drinking. Only eating forever and ever would be so boring. I don't know, I'm way more of a fan of eating than I am of drinking, by far. Draco proved incapable of standing straight, so Saren tried to get him to sit down. But it was not graceful. He practically fell down on the floor. He winced as it looked like it hurt, but Draco was still as merry as could be. At least you're enjoying yourself. Dance with me. I'd rather not. Then sit with me. Why? Sit with me, Saren. Sit with me or I'll cast a fireball. The fooshy kind. Oh no, not the fooshy kind. Fooshing is bad. Draco imitated a fireball and then laughed at himself. Saren took pity on him and searched for some water to sober him. He returned shortly with a ladle full. However, he found that Draco had fallen asleep against the pillar. Saren shook his head with a smile and decided to sit down next to the sleeping wizard. He sipped from the water himself. The large door of the stronghold started to wheel open. The heavy sound rang through the air and silenced many people. In through the door. That is really cool. I feel like those scenes were all, like, all the characters that you have tried to romance. Very cool. In through the door fell several dwarven men, out of breath and distraught. The demons! Queen Karen rose to her feet and Loren rushed forward. What is it? Tell us quickly. The great city of Hammerheads is under siege by a demon and his army. No! Dora placed a comforting hand on Ramus, who was already enraged by the news. Everyone looked at each other. Their celebration would have to wait. New quest, save Hammerhands. Travel to Hammerhands and save the dwarves from the demon's sudden attack. The messengers explained how the mighty dwarven city had been breached by a great demon and his followers, destroying all those in his path. Loren wasted no time in gathering the party to venture forth and put an end to it as the first declaration of war against Faust. Nice. It was uncomfortable for Saren to see Amokiki fall so easily under his empire's prejudice against elves. Even though he was not one himself, he had close elven friends back at the Citadel. It was important to him that Amokiki wasn't so quick to judge. Just go ahead and say it. What? About the elves, about the war, and how terrible they are. The assumption hit too close for Amokiki's pride. I am not as harsh on the elves as you seem to think. I am not from the Empire, so I was not raised to hate them. But they declared war on my home. They didn't. It was the demons. I am sure that it is elves on the battlefield now, not demons. This is interesting thought. Let's be romantic. How can you think that way? You are a greater man than that. I know you are. No. Amokiki was silent for a long moment. He almost seemed flustered. I apologize. I have made too many judgments. You are right. Saren was a bit stunned from his sudden change of heart because Amokiki was actually sincere. You really mean that? I do not say what I do not mean, but this is a complicated matter. Only because you're making it complicated. They looked at each other until Amokiki broke his gaze. I do not give myself honor in this way. It is not my role to make such judgments. You bring yourself honor instead by revealing this to me. Saren's lips twitched. Thank you. Amokiki nodded and left to think on his own. Whoa. We're almost at max with Amokiki. Whoa. The scream of terror could be heard before they even reached Hammerhands. Loren led her companions to the front gate and found that the area had been decimated. No, this is my home! Only demons would destroy so mercilessly. Several dwarves ran up to them. Thunder and lightning! It's folks to help us! Who caused this madness? Demons! Hundreds of them! They're attacking the keep now, and if they claim it, the whole city will fall! But our families are in trouble, you've got to help us. Blast right? We'll help ya. I'm going to pulverize every last one of them with my blasted axe 20 times over. Look out, they come. Rogue demons hurtled towards the group. Yes, we're definitely gonna... Let's stick the dwarves in. We're gonna put the dwarves in this because story-wise, that makes a lot of sense. Must be in the party. Dora, Ramis. Oh, I like that Dora and Ramis have to be in the party. Let's take out these two, just because we always seem to have Loren and Saren in the party. So just to help diversify things, I'm actually going to take them out. Let's see, who have we not seen much? We haven't had Draco in a while, and we haven't had Bray in a while. Although I don't know if I like Ray in the front, but... let's put... yeah, Mokiki there. We can put Ray in later. Alright. I just don't think Ray's gonna work very well in the front. Yeah, because he's an archer, so... well... We've had a lot of Chambara, so let's put Ray... yeah, we'll put Ray back there. Two archers, a mage, and yeah. That sounds good. Diversify. Alright. Go ahead, Sauser. Ray. Yeah. Headshot. Enemies around him take 50% of the damage. That one's good too. Nice. Rain of arrows. Meteor swarm. Boo. Alright. Fireball. Fireball. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Shield wall. Alright. Increase the character's stamina regeneration by 50%. Power attack. 30% reduce speed by... I'm just gonna do Crushing Blow. Thank you, Ramis. Thank you. Alright, Sauser. Souse him up. I'm just gonna keep defending. Oof. I don't... Okay. We're still in the game.